Hello and welcome back to Connections with Danielle. It is back to school season, so this theme for the week is school safety. Franklin and some of my friends and brand new connections are going to give you their best tips for school safety in college and elementary, high school, carpool, buses, all of the things. So I want to talk to you about things that you should share with your kids before they go to school. Make sure that they are aware of their surroundings. If they see something that is different, that they're not sure of, tell them to go and tell a trusted adult, one of their teachers, a principal, their school resource officer, someone that they know and that they trust if there is something that's out of the ordinary that they might not usually see in their schools. Also, be kind to each other. Teach them that not everybody looks the same, not everybody has the same abilities, that they might see kids in wheelchairs or kids that have different looks or disabilities. I don't really like to use that term, but we just might say kids with extraordinary abilities, but they might be different than them. And that being kind to everybody is very important, and not bullying, and being a friend when somebody might not have friends. If they see someone standing out in the corner, do what I do when I'm networking. Run out and say hello to them and get to know them. So have a great school year, and we'll see you next week.
Hi, Franklin Tire here. In today's vlog, we're going to talk a little bit about school safety. Since school started today, we want to make sure everybody's paying attention. We want to make sure you're ready for that. So there's a couple of things you want to really be taking care of. One is you want to look for those school zones. Make sure you're doing the speed limit, make sure you're driving a little slower maybe, and looking for kids. First day of school, kids are out wandering around. They're riding their bicycles to school for the first time. They may not be watching out, so you have to watch out for them. So make sure you're doing that. A couple of other things to keep in mind. One, as the school year goes on, you want to keep those safety things in mind, but you also want to be vigilant about, keeping things safe, that type of thing. There's some other things, that you can do as well. Your insurance company, if you have new teen drivers or your drivers driving to school for the first time, there's a couple things you should talk to them about. One is, and people always laugh when I say this, but one thing to talk about your new teen driver with is the size of the parking spaces at the school parking lot. They are trying to cram a lot of kids' cars into that parking lot, and those parking spaces aren't as big as normal spaces. And so if your teen driver is not prepared for that, there's a good chance they'll sideswipe the car next to them or pull in too far and hit the car in front of them, those type of things. So talk to them about that. Help them understand that that's an important thing, because most teen driver crashes happen in the school parking lot or in the street turning into the school. So keep that in mind, talk with them about that. And as always, if we can help you at American Family, reach out to us.
All right, good morning. And well, today we are here in Grandview. So I've got some Grandview educators here, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell their school safety tips.
Sure. Well, my name is Helen Ransom, and I am proud to serve as the president of the Board of Education here in Grandview. And I also am a local photographer offering portraits and headshots. And I would say a big thing is to watch your speed, and not just in a school zone, but in the neighborhoods surrounding a school, because a lot of our kids walk and they aren't the best at paying attention. And let's be honest, drivers sometimes are not the best at paying attention, and that's a rough combo between the two. And then school line, I would just say parents, tell your kids to tuck and roll, keep that line moving.
Absolutely. All right, and now we will switch over here and tell me who you are and what you do.
Sure. I'm Kenny Rodriguez. I'm the superintendent of schools here in Grandview, and this is my 10th year as being superintendent. And my safety tip would be, number one, yes, now school's going to be back in session, so please watch your speed, but also don't pass buses. Watch those side arms, watch the stop arms. Please make sure you're paying attention to that, because every single year at the beginning of school, we have someone that is in a hurry, and I understand that, but then they try to pass, and we have students that are going to be walking back and forth. So please be very careful with that. And I would say parents, number one, please make sure that you're getting your students' schedules correct and understanding that they do need to go to bed just a little bit earlier, and kind of getting all that kind of back off of a summer schedule. And then also watch for social media. We have a lot of things that happen during the summer that start to come in at the beginning of the school year. So social media safety, just kind of be monitoring and things like that, because we do have a lot of those things that get posted that maybe shouldn't. So please be monitoring of that. That was what I would say.
Perfect. Thank you so much, both of you. Have a great school year.
Yes, here we go.
Hi, this is Danielle with Connections with Danielle, and I have met some awesome teachers out here in the parking lot at Dollar General. And tell me who you are and who you teach for.
My name is Miss Miller. I teach 5th grade at Warford Elementary.
So what is a good safety back to school tip for this year?
It's always good to know how a student gets home and make sure that they know how they get home. That way we're not losing kids or, stuck with kids all night long.
And people don't realize that we actually do get stuck with kids. It happens, absolutely. So I'm going to ask. So this is a UAPB alumni, a fellow Arkansan. What is your name?
My name is Rochelle, and I'm the nurse over at Warford Elementary. And my favorite back-to-school tip would be, or safety back-to-school tip would be, it would have to be in the health field. So make sure that you get enough rest, so that way when you come to school the next day, you will be ready and you will be able to focus on what you need to do.
Perfect. Thank you. Say hi, everybody.
Hello!
Warford Elementary, have a wonderful school year.
Thank you. We will. Like a diamond in the sky, twinkle, twinkle, little stars, I wonder where you are.
All right, so Connections with Danielle is now at Mid-American Nazarene University. And so introduce yourself and tell me what you do here at the school.
Sure. I'm Adam Hooker. I'm the Director of Recruitment here at MNU, and work with traditional students trying to make their collegiate choices.
And school starts when here?
Monday,
so move-in is this weekend.
Yeah, well, we have a big move-in day on Friday, and we get a bunch of staff and faculty out there and in the main circle parking lot, and we help everybody move in. And we got a huge NSO weekend for all our new students all weekend long. I also teach one of our freshman seminar classes, and so we'll get to meet our first classes and start Monday morning.
But, it's always fun to have that back to school feeling. So what is a good safety tip that you would give your students?
Okay. Well, the first thing that came to my mind is I was walking out to my car, had to head to lunch yesterday, and there were a couple of football players coming to lunch here at the CAF, and they were right in the back of their pickup truck. And one started to hop out, and then the guy driving realized he hadn't, backed into that spot very good, so he started to pull forward, and the football player almost got launched. And I'm thinking the head coach probably wouldn't have liked that a whole lot. So, don't do that.
Don't do that. No, yeah.
So
that's one of those that you could tell where a kid grew up, because that's
right.
I'm from Arkansas, and that's a very Arkansas situation. So
I got family down in Arkansas, so that's absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Adam, and you guys have a great school year.
We will. Thanks.